So we just got into talking about providing a little bit or adding a little bit of structure to positive reinforcement. Now, reinforcement in a positive way is really important. So whenever your dog is doing the wrong thing, ask it to do the right thing and then immediately pet it. So instead of punishing or correcting, we end the exercise on a positive note with the dog doing something for us. Now, as you can see, I've kind of turned and now I can actually look at him a little bit. And he's calmed down, he's stood up, he's kind of roller coastered himself up and down. But we want to talk about some warning signs to look for. The Guardians have recognized some of them. Good boy, yeah. So a stare, which he just gave me, which is why I turned away, is a warning sign. Often with a lowered head and kind of looking to the side. So that's a warning. So if you see him doing that, then take note of your surroundings, of what's going on, because he's probably keying on something. Also, if you see like a lot of white in his eye, we like to call this whale eye. That's also another warning. Dilated pupils, which sometimes is hard for you to see because usually you're behind the dog, but if you do see his pupils pretty dilated, it means he's excited. A lot of times that can be a warning as well. Breathing really fast or holding their breath is another warning. So those are things we want to watch for that are easier to spot. Same thing with the hackles. Does he have a docked tail or does he have an actual tail?
Docked tail.
Okay, so you can look at the tail. Now a docked tail makes it a little bit more difficult. If it's parallel with the spine, if this is the dog's head and this is the spine and the tail's kind of this parallel with the spine, that's a good balance. That's more of a non-confrontational tail. If you see the nub going up, that's trying to fly the flag, that's trying to make himself look bigger. Same thing with the hackles. Now hackles are involuntary. Now by themselves, if I see any one of these things, I'm not correcting the dog or disagreeing, but I'm gonna be a little bit wary and I'm gonna watch the dog and monitor and if possible, slow down. Now, if I start seeing a combination of these things, then I'm gonna start looking, how can we increase the distance between him and whatever it is he's reacting to? Other signs to look for is licking of the lips. That is a sign of stress. So if you see him licking his lips a lot, that's a sign. If he's turning his head and yawning, that's called the calming signal. So it could be his way of saying, I want this other dog to calm down or trying to calm himself down. I'm trying to think what are some other ones that we can look for. Those are the major ones. So if you see him engaging in any of the things that we talked about, we want to make sure that we stop, wait for him to settle down, and once he's settled down, then move forward and do it very methodically. Make sure we're stopping it at his pace. Now again, if he can't settle down, within a minute or so, a couple minutes, I would just default, go around. And now if you're out on a walk and he's reacting to a skateboarder, go around a car. Go around something that blocks his vision. Dogs, once they lose eyesight of it, it's easier for them to kind of get it out of their brain. So whenever he's reacting to something, look for ways, how can we increase the distance between him and the object and redirect his focus?